All right, we have made it to Concours on the Avenue. Pretty excited. It took like 30 minutes to park. You should expect that if you're coming here ever. Find a parking spot, boom, just park in there. Worry about a ticket later. They don't give tickets on these days. But let's go ahead and take a look around. I think we all know I'm going to stop at the Jaguar XKE, or E-Type as they say it outside the States. Love the primrose color. These are immaculate. Then we have a Mini Cooper. Early Mini. Ooh, Sunbeam Tiger. Look at that. Yeah. Alright, we got a nice Spitfire right behind me. Now the interesting thing about the Spitfire is almost wasn't a thing. That's right, when there was a merger with Triumph, they lost the bomb project, which was its code name, lost the bomb project, and then a random employee happened to find the first Spitfire concept underneath a dusty old sheet, and boom, it was back on track.
Thank you.
Absolutely no danger whatsoever. The passion of the cars.
It's all over the place when it comes to collecting cars. That's why it's so easy. Why this whole thing. Right. I grew up with 75
Just had a little bathtub heaven right there. So 1948 was when the 356 came out. The other thing that came out that year, my beloved, the XK120. Kind of interesting thing to note. This was really, the 356 was Ferry's idea. If you keep in mind, Ferdinand was, I think, just getting out for war crimes. And by getting out, I mean getting out of jail.
I don't have to go.
Yeah.
Loved it. And then others might have a great and somewhat sad history, because it might have been a car that went through, because back in the day and crass.
It was business.
But it was very, very common back then that cars not become a car.
All right, now this is kind of neat. This is something I have not seen before. It's a Matra bonnet. Who knows if I'm pronouncing that right? Matra was an aerospace company. It is powered with, it's got a Renault powertrain and a Renault transmission, and looks pretty cool. I'm gonna go home and do some research on this.
Okay, so that isn't. So you're going to be there. What year was it?
Well, I think we all knew I was gonna stop at the 914 Bumblebee. So they had two different color schemes. It was this or the Icicle, or Creamsicle is the technical name. I love 914s. Grew up seeing these wreck shop on the track and for SCCA and PCA events down in South Texas. It's got a 50-50 weight distribution. They're so fun to drive. You can't beat them. Well, I love Kaiser Darren.
Have it in second.
If you noted, right here we have the pocket door. That's kind of, they're famous for that. The first time I saw a Kaiser Darren was, I don't know, early 2010s at Amelia Island. They're really special cars, and the cool thing also about Henry Kaiser of Kaiser Darren, yes, like Kaiser Permanente, the man that created a ton of World War II, yeah, it was World War II vessels, like a Renaissance man, super fascinating.
It could be great ones, it could be really harebrained ones. You had a problem in front of you.
Literally was seat of the pants. There was no wind tunnel.
Now, when the Mustang first came out, the first gen, it had a little bit of a problem of being known for a secretary's car, right? Well, they didn't let that issues last long. They went ahead and got Carroll Shelby in the mix. This is the GT350. The funniest thing about this, so this is Wimbledon, the Wimbledon white, and then I don't remember what the blue color is, like, I don't know, I don't remember, I'm not going to even try. But this color scheme was especially to denote the GT350. Now, a lot of purchasers were like, no, we don't want that color scheme because it is attracting attention from police. The police knew that it was the souped up Mustang, and yeah, fun little fact right there.
And you've been, when you're racing,
Occasionally as a consultant, yeah.
right.
I want to apologize to anybody whose rear end I've accidentally gotten into this video.
Go through a whole trying to figure out, do I really want to sell my love to this individual? And you got to get by that. And you got to pass the interview.
There are those cars, I confess freely myself, but there are cars that I would only sell to a friend. And then there are cars that I'd sell to someone like gift to the original owner by his father on the birth of his son. The fellow was a great enthusiast of Jaguars and Dodge. He liked that.
Well, I think we all knew I was going to stop at the Ducheva. This is the car that got France back on its feet post-World War II. Andre Citroën, I'm from South Texas, we say things fast down there. So Andre was such an innovative man. Like, he was a Renaissance man as well, all right? Now, he first started off making gears, so you can tell that the early I don't want to invade that man's privacy. So started off with as a gear manufacturer, all right, and that is visible in the Citroën emblem that we just, I don't know if you could have seen that, it's at the very top. Did that, also was in ammunitions, a whole variety of things, but what he really did that was important was his early manufacturing plants. He had on-site schools, on-site grocery stores, hospitals, all for his workers. So, guy was a big deal. Unfortunately, he ended in ruin, but I got a whole video on that. Maybe if I remember, I'll put the link up there somewhere.
Phone down, Kelly.
That didn't sound good.
Phone down, but it's
Every year, and they never police cars. The car to me.
Give me a Skittles colored 911, 912, or 912E any day. Or also 914, obviously.
Which was an amazing concept when it started.
what would have happened in the late 19th century.
I mean, seriously, when it was first drawn, you know, I mean,
It is something a very good friend of mine, really understood him and blessed him. It's coming out in October called the Archaeological Automobile. It's a fascinating one. I recommend it very, very highly to anyone when it comes out. It starts with a really interesting discussion of the coming of the automobile and, more importantly, life in America.
Well, dang, that was a nice little run of 912s. Awesome. We'll say this much. All right, the 912 now has a total cult following. My 912E only produced for 1 year in 1976. Big cult following. You have 1 year of production. People love scarcity.
And speaking of which, to your CDs, Motorsports Hall of Fame, and well, you know, when I was offered the job, I said, yeah, I'll do it. I'll drive. And we're going fast. I'm dead. to be back here. I got here Thursday night and it felt like I was just here the weekend before.
Yeah, I agree.
Immediately welcoming and just wonderful. Feels like home.
Well, particularly, okay, particularly George Fulmer was going on to win the first trip up here. It was my first big car trip because I had basically had my license for about a year, and my dad said, "Okay, yeah, you can drive up there." And I got an assignment with the magazine machine to race, and my mom was like,
Look behind it. It's got two ZL6 Carmel. It's got two engines though.
That was weird.
There's no way he's sitting on the street. How many people know now that Soprano residents here? Everybody in Carmel has a post office box. Everybody.
All right, and we are now ready to begin our prize ceremony. We're going to see the
Well, I think we all knew I was going to take a little extra time with the GT40. That was a 1969 GT40. I was reading a personal story on there that it was in a crate for like 39 years. And then they took it out and it's back on the road. It's I'm hoping I get to see it race at Laguna Seca. It's pretty special. Very special. Just got a little choked up seeing all those speedsters in a row, I'm not gonna lie. So the speedster, Max Hoffman, major importer. I bet I could find one of these probably has a license plate that says Max Hoffman on there. Importer, he told Ferdinand, or Ferry should I say, hey, there is a market for Americans that want to go fast, they want to pay a little less. And so what they do, well, they didn't get it right initially. They did the American Roadster, which was too costly. Then they just figured out if they'd chopped up the 356 a little bit, made it a bit sparse, well, voila, they would have their speedster. And it's a very special piece of automotive history right there. It is the driver's car. My dad had a speedster for about, 35 years. My mom was pregnant with my oldest sister. I didn't do the math right on that, but either way, they're very, I get sentimental.
Because it's being won by a local and that Tony sells because they are art. So these are things you can actually buy and might actually make people learn that other people visiting your home might see. So that's a big thing. And they're original.
This is a 1950.
Delahaye produced some serious Art Deco beauty.
That's a projection. That's where we're like.
That thing looks like it's going to take me into the gates of hell. It's cool though.
And now, this is a really special award. Again, it speaks so much to what the Concours and the Avenue is all about. And this is the Carmel by the Sea Concours Award.
Danny Levette, aka Danny. Greetings, Danny. It's always good to have you here in Carmel by the Sea. Danny is my favorite. He's actually very my favorite entrepreneur. There's nobody who's talking about it more.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you had fun. That was nice. Finally, I made it in time to check out the Concours on the Avenue, because somehow I always show up just a little bit too late. And yeah, definitely something to check out. Had fun. Sorry if I got anybody's rear ends in the video. Very informal, a little more informal than my normal history videos. But yeah, pretty fun. Hope you enjoyed.